Are you feeling lucky? Because today is your lucky day. We are learning how to play Super Mega Lucky Box. And this is one of our kiddos' most recent favorite games. I can't tell you how many times we have played this game lately. She loves it. And just as a very basic comparison, it's kind of like bingo. So you're flipping over numbers and marking a number off on your cards. So it's very easy, but a little bit more going on than just simple bingo. This is a great game. It's pretty quick. It takes about 20 minutes depending on how long it takes people to take their turns, like any game. And it can be played 1 to 6 players, but if you want to play with more than that, you can just get 2 boxes of this game and it's the same thing. It just has more cards for people to play with. So if you wanted to, you could certainly get 2 boxes and make it a big family party game. But this is a great game and I'm very excited to introduce you to this game. So let's jump in. The game consists of 4 rounds, and each round you have 9 turns. There are 2 sets of 9 cards which get shuffled together to form a deck. They then get dealt back out into 2 separate decks. You will use 1 deck for each round of play. Once you use all 18 cards within the first 2 rounds, you then reshuffle the cards together and deal out 2 more decks to form the 3rd and 4th rounds. At the beginning of the game, you will be dealt 5 cards. You can choose 3 cards to keep and 2 cards to discard. On each card, you have a block of 9 larger numbers that you will be crossing off. When you complete a row or column, you can see there are smaller bonus boxes here. Bonuses could include numbers, so that will give you an extra number to cross off on your block of 9 boxes. If you get an 8 for a bonus, you can look at your cards and cross off another 8 on one of your cards. You can see there are question marks. That means that you can cross off any number that you like on one of your cards. Lightning bolts allow you to make a number higher or lower than what it is. For example, if you use 1 lightning bolt, you can make the number 1 higher or 1 lower. If you have 2 lightning bolts, you can make it 2 higher or 2 lower. This gives you more flexibility and allows you to be able to complete rows and columns easier. We also have stars, and those give you points for the end of the game. The more stars you cross off in a round, the more points you get. You can cross off up to 3 stars for a maximum of 9 points. However, if you cross off more than 3 stars within a round, the extra stars do not count for any extra points. One of your main goals is going to be getting moons. Moons are also worth end game points. The person with the most moons gets an extra 6 points, and the person with the least amount of moons gets negative 6 points. If there is a tie for highest or lowest, both people get those amount of points, whether it's positive or negative. At the beginning of the game, each player starts with 4 lightning bolts. They also start with the 3 cards that they chose from the 5 that they were dealt. Each round consists of 9 cards that were dealt into 2 separate decks to form round 1 and 2. For each round, all you do is flip over the top card. It's a 7, and you find a 7 on one of your cards and cross it off. When everybody is done making their selections, you flip over the next card. 5. And you can mark any number on any of your sheets. It doesn't have to be on the same card. Flip over the next number, 8. A 9. Cross off a 9. And then, as I said before, once you fill a row or a column, you get that bonus. So I could cross off another 5 on one of my cards. And then I like to just either cross it off or circle it just to indicate that I did use it. So I will go ahead and mark over here. At the end of the round, once all 9 cards have been flipped over, you check how many of your yellow cards you have completed. You then put that number in the round 1 score box. So if you completed 1 card, you would have 15 points for that round. If you completed 2 cards, you would have 30 points for that round. Make sure you mark any stars that you completed for any of your bonuses. For the first star, it's 1 point. For the second star, you get 4 points. For the third star, you would get 9 points. At the end of the game, you would add up all the points you have for completing cards, all of the points you received for stars, and then you would look at your remaining cards that you did not finish and see how many X's you had on them. For every 2 X's you have on those uncompleted cards, you get 1 point. Lastly, you check your moons. Whoever has the most moons gets 6 points. Whoever has the least amount of moons would get -6 points. Add all of that together, and that is your mega total to see who wins the game. Also, in between rounds, you would deal out 3 cards to each player. They then get to choose between those 3 cards and keep 1. So each round you get 1 new card to work on along with your remaining cards. And just as a reminder, because this game uses dry erase markers, make sure you erase everything completely when you're done. This includes your scorecards and your yellow cards. If you forget to erase one of your cards, there's a chance that the marker could get stained on there. Super Mega Lucky Box is another game made by Gamewright. They make all kinds of card games, dice games, other board games that are great for kids and all ages. And we have several games that we love by them, including this game, Quicks, Bloom. They also make Sushi Go, which is another popular game that a lot of people have heard of, but they just make all kinds of fun, family-friendly games. So feel free to go check them out in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We hope you enjoy Super Mega Lucky Box just as much as we do. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below to catch more how to play videos and review videos. And until next time, get your game on.